could go ahead and tiptoe through your life, digging in the dirt, you can stress on the strife, but I'm gonna fly past the worry and the pain today. I'm flying on faith, flying on faith. I'm flying on faith, faith. You could cry all night about the things that you hate, so dissatisfied in so many ways, but I'm gonna find a way to celebrate today. I'm flying on faith, flying on faith. I'm flying on faith, flying on faith. Picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door.
Good morning. Good morning. I am so sorry. You guys are catching me in full workout mode. Today, I took a couple of minutes and just slowed down, and I said, I'm going to wake up. I'll set my alarm a little bit later. Well, long story. But long story short, I overslept today. I am here though, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. Share if you can. I just shared. Share with someone that you believe would benefit from talking about total wellness of the body, mind, and spirit. We are not completely well simply because we are in good physical health. We need all of those three together: body, mind, and spirit. Because remember, here, our belief is that we transform our body, our mind, and our spirit together. Those three are connected, and we are connected. And I want to give my disclaimer this morning. I am not a physician or a certified nutritionist. This should not be considered medical advice. You should see your physician before starting any exercise or diet program. Okay? I am a registered nurse, but that does not give me diagnosing privileges. But there are a few things I do know, and I want to share those things with you. But my recommendation is see your doctor, your physician, before starting anything, mainly because of what we're talking about today. For the last couple of days, we've been talking about partnering with your health care provider. And so we're going to complete that today, concluding today, but partnering with your healthcare providers. What I've said is, remember that you are the captain of this ship. You should not abdicate your healthcare choices or responsibilities to your healthcare professional. They are a part of your team, but they are not the complete team. You are the determining factor. And if you are working with a physician that you don't feel comfortable with, or does not allow you to ask questions, does not allow you to dig deeper into what might be going on with you, then that is not the physician for you. And so it's okay to find a new doctor. Or they may just need to, be confronted a little bit. This is to say, I really appreciate you as a doctor. You have taken such good care of me, but I do have a few questions and I'd like to talk to you. Sometimes that's all it takes. You don't have to be rude or anything. Just have that small conversation that you appreciate their care, but you have some questions and you'd like to have time to talk with them. They may have to schedule another appointment because they've got appointments scheduled very closely together, but you decide if that physician is the best physician for you, okay? It is not one and done. You do not have to forever be with the same doctor, okay? I guess that's what I really want to get out there. Create an environment where you are getting the best care possible, all right? So one of the things I wanted to talk to you today as we wrap this up is to talk about age or gender appropriate care, preventative care. that care where you're looking at things before they happen, before you're having symptoms, before you're feeling sick. It's just your regular routine care of your body. For women, pap smears. Pap smears should start as early as the young lady is sexually active. I'll just say it that way. As soon as she is sexually active. And if she remains a virgin and she's not sexually active, then definitely by the time she's 21 years old, she should start getting pap smears. Okay. For a woman who is sexually active, the recommendation is yearly. Once you have reached a certain age and you are no longer sexually active, they recommend about every 3 years. So for women over 65, those screenings, if you still have your cervix, those screenings should take place about every 3 years. Okay. Mammograms, which is a breast cancer screening, they should start between the ages of 40 and 50 years old, depending on your personal health risk. Meaning, is there a history of breast cancer in your family? Do you have you had any other type of cancer in your body? Those are the things that could change that screening date for you. Some people start as early as 40, and some start as late as 50. But you should talk to your healthcare provider, find out what your frequency should be, and make sure that you begin your mammograms at the right time. In the meantime, a woman should be doing what they call a manual exam each month. Okay, you can get more information about that on the breast cancer prevention website. Okay. All right. Bone density test. Yeah. I'm like, really? I wasn't even thinking about that. But bone density testing for women should begin around about 65 years of age because we do lose density over time. You need to make sure that you are taking in the appropriate amount of calcium and iron, vitamin D, those kind of things to make sure that your bone density maintains at a level that will support you for the rest of your life. But around 65, women should have a bone density scan. Let's see, for men, for my men out there, I didn't forget you. Just because I'm a woman, I did not forget you. For men, they should have a prostate screening exam starting at about 50, unless there is a history of prostate cancer in your family, or you've had some other type of cancer in your body. And if you have, then the recommendation is to start at about 40 years old. So talk with your doctor and make that determination. And I want to say to my Black brothers out there, the recommendation is that you start earlier, about 40 years old, 40 to 45, you should be having your first prostate exam. So make sure that you reach out to your physician and you talk about your history and talk about the things that could move that date up for you. Okay. So your prostate exam is the actual physical exam. It's not any type of testing outside of your physical body. Your doctor will talk to you a little bit more about what that involves. But for African American or Black men, you should start a little bit earlier, about 40 to 45 years old. Okay. Testicular cancer screening, most common between 15 years to 35 years old. So regular self-exams are recommended. Clinical exams should occur during regular health checkups. So that starts a little bit earlier. So we need to be teaching our young men to do self-examination. If they feel a lump or soreness or anything that's abnormal, then they should be seen by their physician right away. But also, it should be a part of your routine screening. So those once a year physicals, make sure that your physician is performing a testicular cancer screening. For men, bone density test. should begin around 70 years old. Men tend to lose bone density at a slower rate than women. So generally around 70, unless there has been something else, another contributing factor within their health, which once again requires that we have that working relationship with our physician. If there has been any type of cancer in their body, if there has been any chemo that they have received, certain medications that they may be on. So just make sure you're talking to your physician about it. And for men, testosterone screening. I consider screening for low testosterone around the age 40 to 50 years old, especially if you're experiencing symptoms like fatigue, decreased libido, or mood changes. Because testosterone is that male hormone that drives the functions of their body, meaning their sex drive, libido, however you want to say that, their physical stamina, and it also regulates their moods. And so they need to, if they start to feel a little bit off between the ages of about 40 or 50, definitely by 50, get a testosterone level taken just to make sure, because it also drives other indicators such as your bone density, possibility of prostate cancer, all of those things. So make sure you're getting those things checked. And for both men and women, you want to make sure you're having a colorectal exam, cancer screening, I should say, colorectal cancer screening. And that should start about 45. For me, I had to have my first colonoscopy. That word sometimes gets me. My first colonoscopy at the age of 40 because my mother had colon cancer before, she was 60. She was in her 60s. And so that said, hey, let's start this a little bit earlier. So I had my first one at 40. My second one was at 45. My third one at 50. So for me, they do them every 5 years. Now, the last one I had at 50, they told me I could wait for 7 years. And guess what? It's time to have another one. So get them done so that you can make sure that you are free of any type of gastric cancer. Cholesterol screening and your blood pressure screening, those things should be done about every year when you have your physical exam done. So those are just a few of the things. I hope you heard something today that will help you, male or female, knowing those screenings that you should be asking for, working together with your physician so that you get the best care possible, the best care possible. And I know sometimes you may say, this is kind of boring information, but this is the information that can save your life, or at the very least, give you what we call a better quality of life. So make sure you are partnering with your healthcare provider, asking the questions about what screenings you need and when you need them. And remember, like I said, you're not tied to a physician for the rest of your life. If you are not feeling comfortable or like you're getting the best information or best care from your physician, there are others out there. Find the one that works for you. And I want to say this because I think it's important. I want to repeat it. If you have a physician that's been taking amazing care of you physically, but you don't feel that you can ask questions or that your time is being valued, then just say that. Let them know, I think you are an amazing doctor. However, I have some questions for you and I don't feel that I can ask them. And give them an opportunity to say, what are your questions? Or they may say, can you come back after hours and we can have a conversation? Things get kind of busy around the office during regular office hours, but I can take some time to talk to you after office hours. Give them an opportunity, okay? Sometimes they just need to be reminded that we too are concerned about our bodies. We too want to make sure that we are in the best health possible. So guys, you have an amazing day today. And remember that the word of God says two are better than one because they keep each other together and going. Okay. So sometimes you may need to ask your doctor a few questions. Two are better than one, for they have a good return for their labor. Talk to your doctor. Take care of your body. Know that your healthcare providers are part of your healthcare team, your journey to take care of yourself. Have a beautiful day. And remember, here we believe that small steps make big change, and we want to transform our body, our mind, and our spirit together. And I want you to walk out of this room today, and I want you to be blessed and be whole. Have a great day. Love yourself and love someone else. Take care.
You could go ahead and tip